Good?
Yeah.
Okay.
And we're live.
Yeah, we're live. We're killing it.
Yeah.
Okay. Get the yawn out of the way. How's it going, everybody? Y'all know me by now. If you've been watching, we've been with us for a while. I'm Spencer from Megacosm. I'm here with Johan.
Johan, you probably see me out here.
Yeah. I don't know if you got to see his hand out of the frame. He's a little bit out of the frame, but he's here. So like we asked you guys before, if you want to do a live show, we didn't do, like the previous, like, oh, we'll have it at this time and stuff, just because the life is busy, but we're showing that we're putting in the time. We want to put in the effort to keep you guys up to date so you can get Void Breakers and we can move forward as a community. So the first thing I want to do is thank the new followers on all the social medias, like on YouTube and Instagram, Facebook, like all the new followers, all the new people that I've personally met and that he's personally met when we're on the road or at events and stuff like that. Like, thank you guys a lot. The more of you are coming into the fold and showing appreciation and sharing and liking and stuff like that, this stuff helps a lot. Because when we finally do have stuff out there, we know we have you guys being dedicated to keep playing and get more people into it so we keep growing like a big infection of awesome gaming. Okay, so the first update is, as a company, Megacosm, we working on a couple small projects and Void Breakers, but we've diverted all focus to Void Breakers right now. So Void Breakers is the key focus project. You don't have to worry about any distractions or anything like that. This is what we're moving forward with. We want this to be, it's not technically the flagship game, but it's going to be what brings us into the limelight, if you will. And then I want to get to some fan questions that people have asked me. We do get a lot of similar questions, so I kind of lumped them together. So we have, do you plan on expansions? Is this a living card game? And do you plan on selling Void Breakers to another company? So the theme of these questions is they want to know the longevity, or you guys want to know the longevity of this project, which I appreciate and understand, because I know from other Kickstarter projects, and some of you have voiced your concern about that with other Kickstarter projects who kind of implied they were going to keep it going, like other card games, and then they just dropped it. Or you bought that starter set and helped them out, and then they haven't continued with that project. But that's not really our goal. We wanted this from day one to be the next big long-term card game project. So yes, this is a living game. We do plan on having expansions. And do you plan on selling Void Breakers off, right? The answer is no. If a company wants to bankroll us, that's a completely different thing. And we've talked about that. But as far as selling the IP, no. I personally want to be in charge of the IP forever of Void Breakers. It has too much potential, and there's just, it's too close to me. So I want to keep that IP forever. And there's, like I said, too much potential. And speaking of expansions, let's go to, that's the next bullet point. Okay, so Kickstarters, that's the next question. People ask a lot, do you plan on doing Kickstarter? And I didn't realize at first really the underlying theme of why they're asking me about the Kickstarter. And the reason why people like Kickstarters is because usually people offer special products during that time, like different skins, alternate art, special goodies for people giving money to that campaign. And we're all about that. When it came to reason why I used to say no to the Kickstarters, because it's a very hostile environment, and that would help us get off the ground in my mind. But nowadays, that's not, we've been putting in so much work behind the scenes that we don't need that anymore. So the timeline is that we're going to release Void Breakers and start selling it to people, start building that community, then have a Kickstarter that will have the exclusive art, the foils. We won't be able to get foils of anything else, some extra accessories, and also a brand new fighter. So we probably want to have like a complete fighter and their abilities that's just during that campaign. So whoever has that fighter, like you'll be able to tout that to the other players, be like, yeah, I helped the Kickstarter. I got such and such. Not going to reveal anything right now. Okay, so expansions. So I've been thinking about expansions, other card games do expansions where it's like they do 2 or 3 year, or even 1 year, where it's they release all the cards at once. Theoretically, you have to keep buying cards because of their blind packs, right? But you can theoretically get access to all the cards at once after the release. So, um, but how Void Breakers is, and if y'all have played it, know that each character has so much more work put into them that they're more like a character from a MOBA game, and that's how I think that's how we want to treat it. Is with when we have a character ready to go, we're not going to accumulate them in big a launch to release out to. You'll be able to get them immediately as soon as they're like good to go. You know what I mean? So the expansion will be per year, and that will be essentially the theme of the year. So throughout the year, as cards and characters become available, and of course, we'll have more than just like one fighter at a time. We're going to try to do where you guys can get multiple things at one time. So you don't have to wait a month to get one fighter to add to your team. But that's why we want to release it. We want to release it where it's throughout the year. It's a nice drip of content instead of it just being one thing of content and that's it. And then you're constantly doing that for constantly using those cards until the end of the year, waiting for the next thing. You're always going to be able to get new things and keep improving your team, your arsenal, and trading, doing everything you need to do throughout the year. How will expansions, new content releases work? Oh, I just explained that. New cards be sold like heroes and MOBAs. Okay. Foils. Okay, so some of you already have some foil cards from participating in. We had an official tournament at MagFest, and we're gonna have another official tournament this year, maybe 2, because we still have a lot of time left in the year, and we have a couple of events coming up throughout the year. So essentially, it'll be events and foil blind packs is how you're going to get foils. So foil blind pack is going to be like a booster pack in a normal card game where it's all randomized cards, but all the cards in here are just alternate art or foil cards. They're not cards you may need to play the game. They're going to be cards to accessorize. Again, harkening back to like MOBAs and video games, they're going to essentially be like skins. So you may open one of these foil blind packs and have a character you've already have, but they have completely different armor or clothing or whatever, but it's the same character. And they may even be foil. So we want to have different levels of rarity in that for you give people who love to chase after stuff, give them something to chase after. And of course, events. Events are going to be, we want you to earn it. So it's not going to be like the foil blind pack. The event foils will be different. They're going to be ones that if you have that, people will know where you got it, kind of thing. It's not going to be you just got it from a foil blind pack. Foil blind pack. Okay, so the launch of the game, and again, people who have played this, you've been using the starter decks. A lot of the followers are people that we've met through events and things like that. So you guys know what the starter decks are. So we have them themed around the 4 fighting styles. We have kinetic, bionic, technical, and stasis. And the 4 decks are themed around that. They're completely balanced to show those play styles. So that's what we're going to be launching with is those 4 decks. So then people can buy them, interchange them, make whatever they want, and go from that. Because that will be the majority of the game will be you customizing your own team. We've just been putting a lot of effort into getting the star decks so people can get an idea and get a good foot, like dip their toe into the game with the starter decks. The variety and the pricing. So talk about the variety first. So the variety will be you have each deck of the starter decks, so the 4 varieties, and then you're going to have a 2-pack. So 2 decks is going to come with some extra accessories in there and a fold-out playmat, right? Playmat's going to be a little bit smaller than you guys are probably used to if you've played our game. It's going to be a little bit smaller. It's got to fit in a box, so it's going to be a little bit more compact, but it gets the point across. And for those 3 products, the single decks or arsenals are going to be $15. The 2-pack will be $30, So it's the same price as that, even though it comes a little bit extra. And then you have a big 4-pack of all 4 decks and all the little accessories, and that will be 60, which is very fair pricing. You're getting a lot for all those big packs. And of course, if you want to save money, just get your little arsenal. And the way the game is balanced, you'll be able to use that forever. We are trying to balance to have no ban lists. We know that we don't know if it's going to be impossible. So far, it's worked out pretty good. So far with testing and balancing, it's been working out real nice. And I think it's doable. I think it's feasible. Just don't be afraid. Oh, man, this guy, he seems so good. He's going to be banned. And then you go play against another player and you realize, oh, no, he's not broken. I just was playing against players who didn't know how to work around him. Okay, next point is the okay, so the separate game modes. So we're going to launch with the core game mode, which is a competitive one-on-one. You have a deck with an arsenal with 3 fighters that goes against the other player's team and their arsenal. That's the core game mode. But soon after that, if not, I want to get it at the same time. But close to that, we're going to have the free-for-all. That's the working title skirmish game mode, which a lot of our newer players have been playing, which is you have objectives that you play for, and you have multiple players. So instead of one-on-one, you have multiple players at once, all against each other, trying to complete the objectives that are coming out of the objective deck. And whoever gets the set number of objectives, they win. So we want to release that at the same time because really it just takes finalizing the art for the objective cards and the objective cards are the ones that still need some art finalized on them. Other than that, it's pretty balanced. I've been playing it a lot. All the kinks have been ironed out. Another reason why we kind of have been working hard because we want to get 4 new fighters that you won't see in the starter decks in that. So we want you guys to have extra variety with that. So when you buy that free-for-all, it will have 4 new fighters in it with arsenals for them, built for that game mode with all the other accessories of the game mode. And then it will come with a mat, I think. Still thinking about that because we want it to be nice and priced right. But yeah, so that's going to be good. The price on that is still going to be up in the air. It's probably going to be like around $20-25 for that, which is not bad because you're still getting a lot of cards in it. And then boss mode. So the last mode is boss mode. So boss mode is a single player / multiplayer mode. It's non-competitive, so you're not versing other players at all. If you are playing by yourself, you have your arsenal and your team of 3, and you're going against a super-powered character with their own deck that automatically you're going to reveal cards from it and is going to move that character around automatically. So you're fighting against them and against RNG, if you will. It's like a normal boss fight, but in card form. If you have multiple players, you will all have your own arsenal and character set up around the free-for-all mode, which is one with a 10-card arsenal, very small arsenal. But it's the 3 players, so 3 heads better than 1, and you're going against the boss after that point. The boss is going to be really strong, so it's still not going to be easier, but it's going to be more fun to have other players you can strategize with. So that just takes the boss's cards and the boss artwork. The boss is actually done, but just a little bit more balancing for the boss's cards. Okay, next is okay. So I hope I didn't run through that too quickly. You guys can go rewind it. Hopefully, I didn't speak too fast on anything. Johan, do you have anything you want to add?
No, you pretty much covered it, man.
Okay. Yeah, I hope I didn't blast through. When I'm excited, I go fast.
That's understandable.
Okay, so closing thoughts. We appreciate anyone who checks out this video, anyone who subscribed, and we really appreciate anybody who comes by to any place we frequent to play the game and who's looking forward to the game, always telling us, "Oh, please, when is it coming out? When is it coming out?" It's coming out soon. I don't want to put exact day on there. I'm not going to faux pas and say it's coming out next month or something like that, but we're really close. We're just doing a little bit of extra testing just to make sure there's no extra kinks, nothing extra breakable. But right now, it's looking really good. and we're gonna get product in you guys' hands real soon, and have you destroying your friends. All right. Well, check out some of our other videos. Yeah, let us know, comment, like, share, subscribe, please. Get the word out and keep your eyes when we get everything ready, our website ready for you to go on there and be able to buy stuff, and we'll be able to mail it out to you. We'll let you know. So yeah, appreciate it. Thank you.
Drop a like if you liked the cat.
Yeah, wait, was there a cat?
Yeah, they'll know.
Oh, how did I not see it?
All right, we'll catch you guys.